Swapping your PC case, whether you have a pre-built that you want to make look better or you just want a new look to your PC, pretty simple to do, and in this video we're going to be going over how to do it. This is how my PC looks right now, and this is how it looks after the case swap. Firstly, we're just going to turn it off and unplug all the cables and then head over to the table where I'm going to show you how to take it apart and then put it into a new case. First thing you want to do is take your PC and lay it on its side. Next, if you have these Wi-Fi antennas, just unscrew them, and they should look like that once they're unscrewed. Then unscrew your front panel screws, and ideally you want something to organize your screws and keep them separate, so I'm just using this paper plate with multiple compartments. Next, you want to take off your front panel. Now you can see the inside of your PC. Next, you want to unplug your GPU. Here's a better look at unplugging your GPU. Once you've done that, you can unscrew your PCIe covers. Make sure you take care of the screws. This is what it should look like. Then flip the clip under your GPU so that you can take it out. Next, be very careful while taking your GPU out, because oftentimes this is the most expensive component in your system. Your GPU might look something like this. Just carefully put it to the side with the board side facing up. Next, you want to start unplugging all the smaller headers on your motherboard. Take out any other PCIe cards you have, like I have this Wi-Fi one, and then put them to the side. Next, you want to unplug the 24-pin motherboard power and unplug your CPU power as well. Put the PC upright and take off the back panel screws and take off the back panel. Next, try unplugging anything from the back if you can at this point. I actually had to unscrew this fan. You might have to do a similar thing with your fans. Next, lay it back on the flat side. Next, unscrew your motherboard and then proceed to take it out. This is what your motherboard should look like with the CPU cooler and RAM still attached. Don't forget to take out the I/O shield out of your old case. Then pull through the power supply cables and unplug everything that's still on the case. Unscrew your power supply and take it out of the case. Next, if you have any hard drives or 2.5-inch SSDs, this is when you want to take them out. Close off the old case and say goodbye to it for the last time. These are the new parts we're going to be using for the case swap for Arctic P12 fans: a SD card reader because the new case doesn't have one, a fan hub, and some power supply extension cables. Get the new case out of its packaging and then take off the front panel. My new case actually has some spring-mounted SSD holders. We're going to be using one of those later. Then take off the back panel. Check your motherboard standoffs because they might not be right for your motherboard. I actually had to take one standoff off and then put in another one in a different place. Don't forget to put back in your I/O shield. Next, carefully place in your motherboard and screw it back in. Plug in your CPU power, then unscrew the PCIe covers. Next, plug in your 24-pin power. Plug in all the case cables at the bottom. Then plug in your PCIe card and your GPU. Plug in your GPU power, and then do the best cable management job you can after putting the power supply back in. Now it's time for the peels. It's all done now. This is how it looks from the inside with no RGB. All the fans are spinning, everything works, and the cable management is pretty okay. This is how it looks with the RGB all turned off. This is how I'm going to keep it for most of the time I'm using it. So that's how you case swap your PC. If you found this video helpful, leave a like, subscribe if you want. I know the steps at the end were a little bit choppy and they weren't as detailed as the ones before, but I just kind of forgot and got into actually doing it instead of filming everything. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you at some point in the future.
I got my racks up, I didn't wanna tax us, so I gotta keep on my